Johnny here. Right now I'm in Muscat. In this short film, I'm going to talk about one of our most popular signature trips to the region, our Oman desert adventure. In a region renowned for political instability, it's refreshing to find a country that's secure, prosperous and safe. With its rich history of trade, both maritime and overland, its magnificent coast and epic deserts, today Oman offers the ideal location to explore a culture and environment that is difficult to find elsewhere. And this trip offers the best of both worlds, comfort and culture in the towns and cities, and wild adventure in its vast empty landscapes. From the country's capital Muscat, where we'll visit the sublime Sultan Mahmud Mosque, the Al Alam Palace, see old Portuguese forts, the fish market and have some time to wander in the souk, we'll head west and up into the mountains. The Hajar Mountains represent the highest point on the Arabian Peninsula, and here we'll drive a spectacular road in our comfortable 4x4s, stopping off at traditional villages and some points of geographical importance before we arrive at the spectacular View Hotel. This is a real treat and one to be enjoyed, as it's one of the most interesting hotels in the country. From here we drive out of the mountains heading south, stopping at the ancient Omani forts of Jabrin and Balah. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1993, Balah was the capital of Oman between the 12th and 17th centuries. It has a 12-kilometre city wall, is known for tales of witchcraft and sorcery, and is considered one of Oman's most important historical monuments. But the most impressive fort you're going to see is here in the former capital, Nizwa. As another former capital of the Omani Empire, Nizwa was an important commercial centre on the trade routes between the Hajar Mountains, Muscat and Darfur, and was famous for its arts and crafts. As well as looking around the impressive impregnable fort, we'll have a chance to wander the souk and soak up the local atmosphere. But it's from here that the adventure really begins, as we start the exciting camping element of the tour, with our first stop at the Wahiba sands before pushing on for the first 2 nights wild camping on the beach. Having picked up fish from a coastal village for our dinner, we'll drive along the beach, disturbing a few local inhabitants as we go, and find a suitable place to camp. The camping, although comfortable with mattresses, pillows, tables and chairs, is reasonably rudimentary, but don't let that put you off, as here you'll enjoy many miles of deserted beach and crystal clear ocean. Both here at Khaluf and a few miles further down the coast at Ras Al Madraka, you'll have plenty of time to swim and explore, and to sit around the campfire enjoying the fresh barbecued fish. But the highlight of this trip has to be coming out and spending 2 days and 2 nights amongst the beautiful dunes of the vast empty quarter. Perhaps saving the best till last, we'll head inland to the famous Rub Al Khali, or empty quarter, that stretches for an astonishing 250,000 square kilometres from Oman into both Yemen and Saudi Arabia. We'll find a suitable dune and set up camp for the night. As the heartland of the Bedouin and their traditional way of life, a place made famous by the British explorer Wilfred Thesiger, this is one of the most pristine desert landscapes on Earth and will form a real highlight to the trip. With a whole day to explore, we'll find an oasis and have a wash and enjoy the most magnificent sunset imaginable. With political issues dogging the Sahara, the empty quarter represents the best place on Earth to see and experience the magic of the desert. From here we'll drive back to civilization, first visiting the lost city of Ubar and the frankincense grove that grows nearby. And finally the tour ends here, back down on the coast at the old trading port of Salalah. In ancient times, as now, Salalah was famous for the frankincense that grows in the hills around the city. Today it's a modern place with a spectacular mosque and busy shopping areas, but the signs of its past are everywhere to be seen. Here we'll visit the excellent Frankincense Museum before heading out to the former ancient port at Sumarum, which the Queen of Sheba is said to have used as a palace and from which the precious resin was exported all across the ancient world. Here we'll have lunch before visiting the picturesque fishing village of Mirbat. And back in town we'll have plenty of time to relax on the beach and indulge in some last-minute shopping before flying home. Obviously, this trip will not be for everyone, as 5 days camping might just seem a little too much to endure. But if you can be persuaded to give it a go, what you'll see on both the endless deserted beaches and in the vast and beautiful deserts will be worth the little discomfort and will provide a unique experience that will stay with you forever.